Good morning. 28th of February 2024. We continue our Tanya. We're now lesson 18 out of 53. It's almost 5 minutes to 6 in the morning on Wednesday. And one thing we will just want to touch on, we yesterday discussed it in the Perplex Club discussion group on Zoom, is what makes a person to make a repentance? What makes a person all of a sudden come back on the right path of the history? The person was, let's say the person was living a good life, and another person lives a bad life, and something in some good, some bad. So what makes a person all of a sudden or gradually come back to the good path? Well, we said what causes that is circumstances with which we find ourselves. We learn from experience, we learn from the family, we learn from our friends, and that forms our social, religious, cultural, historical upbringing. So the world for 6,000 years, so a million of years, if you will, has been exposed to the free choice. And a free choice allows us to do things that sometimes are not good. And the only really limited, or maybe no free choice was with Adam and Eve. Well, you'll say, how come? Don't we all have free choice? Well, God gave us all free choice, so we're not angels, so we can human beings bringing divine to the to this world. And God gave us Torah, God gave us mitzvot, God gave us the manual how to live our lives. And looking at that, we can choose the right path. But sometimes we're just not exposed to that. We don't know. We don't know what's right and what's wrong. But it's all around us. So it is a mission of those who do know to bring this light, to become an example of behavior to those that stray from the right path, that don't behave well in the world, don't treat other people as good, callous and indifferent to the suffering of other people. That's basically what it means, not to live by the Torah. Not to live by the Torah does not mean not to sit in the attic and just reading the Torah 25 hours a day. It means helping other people, learning Torah and helping other people, doing mitzvot, it's called. Adam and Eve didn't know the evil. When they made a free choice, it really wasn't a free choice. Their society, we're all exposed to other people, but they didn't have other people. All they had God. So God essentially had in mind for them to sin. Otherwise, he wouldn't have planted the tree. And once they did it, they knew what the wrong decision is. God opened their eyes. And the rest of the thousands of years is taking us to come back to its past, eventually come back to the Garden of Eden, to transform our animal soul into the good, to become tzaddikim. That takes time. It's happening nowadays. We're coming towards that final repentance. A lot of cataclysms and issues and problems happening in the world, which are precursors of the eventual redemptions to happen. It's a cracking and filtering. A friend of mine calls it cracking and filtering. Cracking of the issues to become exposed, to take sides of light and darkness. And then filtering that into the light and darkness, and ultimately the victory of the light over darkness. That's what Tanya teaches us. So tomorrow we'll start looking at lesson 19 then. How do we get that? How do we make this example for those who have a free choice to exercise their free choice? Adam and Eve didn't apparently have that option. We do. So we now have to learn from that and do well. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.